Hello everyone and welcome to probably the most game-breaking Pokemon Go leaks we're going to have in a long time, probably in years. This is probably the most insane thing we're going to see in a long time. The thumbnail is not clickbait, everything in the thumbnail will be covered in today's video. So big thanks to Pokemon for getting the leaks done. Now let's quickly go through what we're going to have. So we've got a huge update to Pokemon assets, Megas, costumes, forms, Dynamax and Gigantamax, so let's break it down step by step. So, obviously, Dynamax forms. We're going to have Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Chansey, Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Sableye, Darumaka, Darmanitan, and Persimmon. Now, we already knew Darumaka and Darmanitan would be getting one. Entei, Suicune, and Raikou had changes recently, with the same for Caterpie and Metapod, but also Chansey would be absolutely amazing. Now, Butterfree itself does have a Gigantamax form, but we're going to talk about that one later. Now, as you do know, the Pokédex version 2 is back again without the glitch. If you want to see the glitch, there'll be a link in the description for that one. All Paldean forms of Tauros have also been added. Only the 3D models, no sprites yet, so we've got the Combat, Blaze, and Aqua. I honestly don't really know much about Paldean Tauros, so it's up to you guys on what do you think about that. Alright, so new Mega Sprites have been added to the production environment for Mega Mewtwo X and Y, Sharpedo, Ordino, Metagross, and Camerupt. There you go. Now, fun fact, these guys were actually leaked years ago. These guys were leaked literally years ago. Very interesting to see them re-added. Now, here's another fun one. More Pokemon have been added. Aegislash, Pyukumuku, Wishiwashi, Nickit, and Thievul. Now, Aegislash have already been leaked before. Pyukumuku already leaked before. Wishiwashi already leaked before, but Thievul is brand new. So, now that they've been properly been added, we can expect them to be in a game pretty soon. Pyukumuku, I just really want Pyukumuku. As for when they were leaked, they were actually leaked at the same time that Crozma and Marshadow were at the end of 2023. Now, here's the big one. Here's the big hitter. Zacian, Zamazenta, and Eternatus have been added. Look at these. That's insane. Dude, they look amazing. Shiny Eternatus is just such a good shiny. And we've finally got the other forms for Zacian and Zamazenta. I don't even know what to say. Like, I never thought I'd see the day when I'd see these guys leaked. Especially this year. This is crazy. And then it gets even crazier. We have both forms of Urshifu, as well as their Gigantamax forms leaked in Pokemon Go. Now, the interesting part is, they have Dynamax and Gigantamax forms with shiny sprites, but just not the main ones. Now, what does this make me think? Honestly, this really adds up to the wild area theory I had in my previous video where I talked about when they were originally leaked. And now their forms are actually in-game. It looks like these guys could pretty easily be the wild area Pokemon. Would be fun. Now, we're slowing down a little bit. We'll ramp it up a little bit later. Where we have a new hat for a Pokemon. And it looks like for the release of the new Horizons anime, we may get a Florgato costume. Another one, huge, really, really fun, this one. Tinkertink, Tinkertuff, and Tinkerton have also been added to the files. There are their shiny sprites. They don't really change much. They don't really change much at all, actually. It's got like a bronze hammer. Looks pretty cool. Strange 3D model, a Pikachu called Kurta was added. This might be for regionals this year, the new regional Pokemon. Don't know. We'll have a think about that. Alright. Other Pokemon have been added. They don't have the sprites yet. We have Gmax, Machamp, Gossifleur, Sizzlipede, and Centiskorch. Obviously, we expected Machamp to be coming pretty soon because obviously they added Machop into Dynamax raids. But, yeah. Some insane leaks. So I just wanted to quickly take a couple steps back and talk about when we could maybe expect them to come. Now, as for these guys, I'm going to talk about this in a future video where we talk about Wishiwashi and Aegislash, but they haven't been added because they were a Pokemon that changes forms, and Pyukumuku also has like a really weird ability which lets it change things in battle. So, overall, I believe that they can be added soon now that we definitely have more Peko added to the game, which can change forms. Now, if you want to go down to here where we have the Dynamax forms again, we can expect Suicune, Entei, and Raikou to probably be added in March, because they haven't been announced for February. So this does mean that we might get them sooner than you think, especially with the release of the other birds. People are ready for these next ones. As for the Megas, this really makes me think that Mega Mewtwo X and Y will be Go Fest this year. They just seem like the big contender for me, and then the rest of these people will probably get a raid day. Mega Metagross will be so hype. Like, these ones are cool and all, but like, Metagross is just the clear winner here. But yeah, all of these, except for Mewtwo, will get a Mega Raid Day. Expect that to happen. Now for Thievul, I can definitely just see it debuting in a random event and then a shiny about like a year down the line. But here's where I'm stumped. I really thought that these wouldn't be added to the files for years, because I really assumed this would be the Galarian tour, where it would be like several years down the line, but now we have them in the files as their full 3D models. Look at that. That's absolutely insane. The YouTubers don't have to like make the clickbait thumbnails anymore with the fake Eternatus. You can have the official Pokemon Go one. Absolutely insane. That is so cool. Now, as for Urshifu, it's very easily a wild area edition. You can quote me on it. I'd put money on it. Trust me on this one. This is a wild area selection right here. Because if we look at the similarities to Toxtricity, you have the baby Pokemon, which is Toxel, and you've got Kubfu. Then you have the two regular versions in raids, two regular versions of Toxtricity in raids, two different forms. Then you have the Gigantamax forms in raids, and then you have the Dynamax forms in raids. Literally, they go neck and neck next to each other. So you could probably hatch Kubfu, maybe? Depends how they want to do it, but definitely a wild area Pokemon in my opinion. Now, they could turn it on its head and go for a Go Fest Urshifu, but if we look at the shiny, I don't think it's a Go Fest worthy shiny if you ask me. Now, Florgato, Horizons, I don't know when the Horizons thing is actually fully releasing, or when there's a promotion for it. You guys will have to let me know in the comments for that one. As for Tinkertuff, Tinkertongue, and Tinkertink, don't get your hopes up. Like Pyukumuku and Wishiwashi, these could just sit in the files and grow old, but Pokemon Go and Niantic seem to like really enjoy to add Paldean Pokemon recently, so we could get that pretty soon, especially with the addition of Fido. So, as if they would be useful in the games, I know Tinkertongue is an absolute menace thanks to Gigaton Hammer. So if we get that in Pokemon Go, I'm assuming it'll be an absolute menace. But yeah, Dynamax, Gmax Machamp. With the addition of Gmax Machamp, I could definitely expect it to be the next Gmax Battle Day. Because nothing else has been added to the file yet. Because after we had the Lapras Raid Day, we ended up having Kingler meddled with in the file, just meddled with, and they were like, okay, definitely Kingler, and it ended up being Kingler. So, except for, like, look out for Gmax Machamp. I'm going to doing a breakdown video on a lot of these Pokemon being added soon, especially with Centiskorch, Gossifleur, Sizzlipede. As for Gossifleur and Sizzlipede, Centiskorch, I can definitely see them be added around the same time as they are all from the same region. But since they don't have a 3D model, definitely expect some of these Pokemon to be added soon. I can expect this one being very soon. As for Urshifu's, that's going to be Wild Area. But as for these guys, I'm just baffled. Like, these might just sit in the files and grow old, or they might just add them sooner than we think. So, what do you guys think? What are you looking for? Now, it might sound strange, but I'm most looking forward to Pyukumuku. It's honestly one of my favorite Pokemon. But, like, subscribe for more leaks, and turn on notifications, because we're going to be going through these in detail in the future. So, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.